All right, guys, welcome to part 2 of this 2002 Yamaha Grizzly 660. This one here, we're going to go ahead, we're going to change the oil, diff fluids, and the coolant, and probably end up doing the brake fluid also, and doing that all in this one video. Pretty simple here, guys. We'll go down here to the bottom. We'll come up right through here, and we'll bust open the drain plug with a 17 millimeter, let it drain to our pan. I take this outer shroud off. It's a lot easier to access the oil filter and clean up when it gets all crappy and stuff like that. So I'll take this off with a 10 millimeter socket, pull that off, dipsticks there, and you'll end up filling this with 2.11 quarts of 1040 ATV oil. Remember, guys, don't mix car oil with motorcycles, ATVs. Totally different detergents, not made for those. So we're going to go ahead and just go ahead and knock this out here. Take all these little guys off. Got to grab an extension for that one. Again, guys, you don't have to take this off. It just makes for easier cleanup when it comes to anything that drains out of the oil filter. This one may not drain anything out because it's been setting for 8 years. So, all right, now we're gonna go ahead and jump down underneath and go ahead and pull out the drain bolt. Grab you guys. So we can't get a good angle here for you. Drain bolts right through this little guy right here. 17 millimeter. Sometimes it is easier to use an extension, but we're just gonna pop it loose. I am going to throw a 3 mil extension on it. That way, as I unscrew it, I might be able to get my hands out of the way before I fill myself up with oil. There we go. You can see how dark that oil is. It's pretty dark. You know, like I said, it's been setting 8 years. So oil's trash. So we're gonna let that go ahead and drain out. And then we'll move up here and we'll pull off the oil filter. Get the stand back for you here real quick. Get you guys set up. Pull off the oil filter there. I do have oil filter wrenches, which is great. This should be the right one. Yep, fits right on there. Since my 3-inch extension's got some junk on it, we'll go ahead and use a 6. Oh yeah, oil is going to come out of it. That's all right. Got a rag right here we can do to catch most of that. I honestly didn't expect the oil to really come out of that much from it sitting for so long. Grab a paper towel, wipe all that down, make sure the surface is nice and clean, nothing's porous or pitted, I should say. All that looks pretty good right there. Runs a K&N 303. You can get these at your AutoZone or O'Reilly's, any pretty much local parts store. A lot of them started carrying filters and stuff. A lot of times they come pre-oiled. I still like to put a little bit of oil on there, around there, so it seals really well. We'll spin that bad boy on. And these usually take a torque of about 17 newton meters, 15 to 17 newton meters, but you can just do it kind of nice and hand tight. Just don't get overly crazy with it. Make sure she seals up, give her a little bump, and you should be all right. Take a little brake clean, spray it down in the bottom, clean out that excess oil there. That way we don't have all that burning up on the motor. spray around the oil fill cap. So when we open that up, we don't get any debris down in there. I'm gonna put on a new crush washer on the oil drain plug. It's just dripping out now, so I'm gonna go ahead and plug that back off, and then we're gonna go ahead and fill this with 2.11 quarts of 1040 motorcycle oil. I noticed that a lot of places started selling Valvoline, Lucas oil. Those are they're pretty decent oils. I mean, especially for these guys here. Now, if you're going to be running in your street bikes and stuff, I would prefer you ran like an AMSOIL. My favorite's Motul. I love Motul. It's a great oil, really great oil. All right, I got the oil drain plug back in there. Let's grab a funnel. And then we'll fill it with 2.1 quarts of oil. This one here, guys, is actually what I was just talking about. This is a 1040 Valvoline 4-stroke UTV. Again, you can just get this at your local auto parts store. It's pretty good oil. Like I said, it's really decent for the quads and four-wheelers. So we'll go ahead and pour this in there. And just, guys, add 2.1 quarts to it. And you should be good to go. All right, so we got 2.11 quarts of oil in there. Let's go ahead and check it real quick. On this one, you just put the dipstick in and don't twist it in. Push it in, pull it out, check it. And we're just right above the full line, which is going to be okay because we haven't cycled anything through the oil through the motor. My gosh. Or the oil filter. So we should be perfect once this thing warms up and cools down. We double check the oil on this. All right, guys, we're at the rear differential of the final drive. What we want to do, we want to take this out here. It is a 14 millimeter. And then you also want to take out, this is your fill check plug over here. You want to take that out, and you only want to fill this up until the oil starts to drain out of that. You don't want to fill it all up to the top of this plug. So, and we also have to remove the drain bolt down there, which is a 6 millimeter Allen, and then we'll torque that to 7 Newton meters when we put it back in. All right, so we'll take this guy out here. And you can see the O-ring got stuck on there. We always want to check these O-rings to make sure they're not breaking, cracking. That way you can make sure that failing letting any water into the system. And always check your fluid also, guys, as it's draining out. That way it's not milky or anything. That way you make sure there's no water in the system, nothing getting in there creating any problems. If you got water in the system, you need to flush it out and try to figure out where it's leaking or getting in from, which is most likely one of the seals. So now we're going to go ahead and go down below here, and we're going to pull out the drain plug. It's a little off to the side. It's a 6 millimeter Allen. We'll pop that loose. Whoa, that was really tight. As of everything on here. Oh, knocked you guys down. All right, pull this out here. And let it drain. Still got the crush washer. So it doesn't look too bad at all, actually. It looks really, really good. So that's a plus. Crush washer still looks good. We're all right there. So we'll let that drain out, and then we'll fill it with, I think it's 0.26 quarts. Again, until it drains out that check bolt. All right, guys, this thing is done draining here. We'll go ahead and put the drain bolt back in. And then we'll torque it to 7 Newton meters. All right, guys, so we want to fill this up with an 80 weight gear oil, high point preferably. I don't know if I'll be able to get in here for you guys to see, but all we're going to do is fill it up till it starts to drain out this hole right here. Then we'll plug it off, and then we'll go ahead and put the fill plug back in. So probably won't be able to do that close. So what I'll do, I'll fill it off camera and let you guys see it draining out. That way you know how much we have in there. Like I said, it's like 0.2126 quarts, I think, something close like that. All right, guys, you can see it's leaking out that hole, so we know we are full. We'll go ahead and plug that back off, and then we'll move to the front. All right, guys, we're at the front differential here. We'll take this out here to 21 millimeter. Then we'll drop down here below, and then we'll go right up, right here. It goes up through the frame. I believe it's a 5 millimeter, and we'll use that for drain. When you fill this one up, this one here only takes about a quarter quart, I think is what it says. I'll double check and let you guys know here. So the front diff takes about 0.3 quarts of the front diff on this, which is probably going to be right up to about where the bottom of this fill hole, most likely where the threads start to meet. That's the way you fill quite a few differentials on a few different models. So we'll go ahead and drain this one out and fill this one. All right, got a 21 millimeter wrench. See if we can't get in here with that. At a good angle here. Pop it off, spin it off by hand. Got that. All right, guys, we'll drop down here to the bottom and see if we can't get a shot upwards here. And we'll take out the drain plug right here. It's a 5 millimeter Allen in the front. Hopefully I'm not too much in your way. I don't have very much room on the front here because I got my motorcycle wheel chalk still on here. Okay, well, that was not very tight at all. That thing was actually falling out. But the diff oil looks really good. Doesn't look bad. Let me grab a paper towel here. Nice and clean. So we'll let that drain out, and then we'll fill it back up with 0.3, actually it's 0.2957321 quarts of 80 weight oil. Guys, I don't know what happened. I had an SD card error, so we didn't get to see the brake fluid change, the coolant flush. Let's see what else. A few other things probably. I can't remember all I went through there. I'm not gonna go back through the video and look at it all. I recorded it all, went to download it all, set this thing up, and I had an SD card error and I lost some footage from this. But so far I know I got the brake fluids changed, got the coolant flushed and changed. So we're going to, what else do we do on this thing? Differential fluids are changed, front and rear. And I explained all that stuff while I was doing it. Unfortunately, on this thing, SD card error. Nothing I could do about that. So, but all the fluids have been changed in this thing. So we got all that taken care of. If you guys have questions about the fluids and all that stuff, just give me a holler. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what's going on, and I'll get back to you guys as fast as I can. I'm usually pretty speedy about returning comments that are on my videos. So, and you always email me at limitlesspowersportsservice. Oh, wait, take that back. limitlesspowersports78@gmail.com. All right. Sorry, guys. Once again, I'll put this video together the best I can for you, and just let me know what you think.